Hi everyone, welcome to the introductory session. This session we are going to talk quickly about the upcoming program of 100 hours of cloud bootcamp. So where I'm going to teach you about various aspects right from the scratch, right from the basics to a very good level from where you can kickstart your career on cloud computing. This 100-hour cloud bootcamp for those who are already working into the industry or those who are already working in different platforms maybe, or those who are college grads, or those who are looking for early morning or evening course where you can spend a 1 hour or maybe 2 hours a day and elevate your levels in the industry with regards to cloud computing platform, right? Let's get started, team. This particular bootcamp includes a lot of hands-on, lab-driven training program. Trust me, whenever I train, if you're my old trainee, you know it. I would definitely talk about the technology, the concepts, but more than what I talk about the concepts, I will let you people practice what we are discussing. That means that will give you a very good hands-on and very good lab and very solid base for you to have a clarity on what exactly you learn. So since it's a boot camp, we are starting from the fundamentals and taking you to the advanced skills in the cloud infrastructure, right? So from the basic to the advanced level is what we are doing. 100 hours of structured learning, which I would say. Yeah, why I say structured learning? It has been designed for the reason. It has been designed so that anybody who is from the industry or who is not from the industry can accommodate this particular course, should be able to do this particular course very easily. Anybody who is grad or any who has been graduated, anybody who is graduated, or anybody who has been working in the industry for 2 years, 4 years, 8 years, but has not been exposed to the cloud. Maybe you're there, your background is from the infrastructure. Maybe your background is not from the infrastructure. This particular training is for you. Okay, now talking quickly about myself, I've been into the industry for like almost 2 decades now, and I've been working with, if I talk about Windows, I've been working with Windows since Windows 2003 servers were there. I've been working with Linux from the time when the operating systems like Sun Solaris, IBM AX were there in the market. Okay, been working with networks for quite a time. I've been working with the cloud infrastructure from right from its beginning. It's more than a decade. Uh, Now, since I've been training people on cloud infrastructure, which includes Azure, which includes AWS, which includes Google Cloud as well. And yeah, and I'm also a certified trainer from Microsoft. I'm also expertised on cloud security as well. Just to give a brief about myself, just to tell you that you're in the right hands when you're getting trained from Abel, right? So let's talk quickly more about the content team. Now, when we talk about this particular course, right, this particular 100 hours of course, it has been designed in such a way that first thing, as I told you, anybody who is either from the background of infrastructure or who is not from the background of infrastructure, who is possibly somebody who's into tech support, somebody who is into infrastructure but not onto the cloud, somebody who is into who's just passed their graduation and they want to get their exposure onto the cloud infra, this course is for them as well. So basically, this course includes anybody who has got a background of infrastructure, anybody who is completely blank, it is for them. And this particular course include majorly a lot of labs. Okay, so in fact, here I've just mentioned to be to be on the safer side, I've mentioned 20 plus practical labs, but in fact, every single module which we discuss, if it has a lab included or associated with it, you would be practicing those labs is what I can promise you for sure, right? And real time, real world scenarios is what I'll possibly talk about every single uh, group of modules which would conclude potentially. If I see a scenario coming in over there, I will definitely talk about a scenario over there. And for every single module completion, we will have module based assessment. Okay, if you feel you're lagging in the module, you can always go back and you can see the recordings of that particular module as well. And at the end, we will also have Capstone project where you will implement all the things which you have been doing. So it's like day one, building block two, building block three. You'll build multiple blocks like that. So once you have everything in your hand, you're going to run or you're going to create your own project. Okay, so you're going to do this particular project end to end individually with the support of your team members, right? And for those who are preparing for the exams, like this course is heavily inclined towards AZ-104 and AWS SysOps. So somebody who's preparing for the exams, so this course would definitely help you out in preparing for the exams as well. We will build our base before we get into Azure as well as AWS. We will build our base on Windows Server as well as Linux as well as networks as well as virtualization. They're all the things to build your base on. So once we build our solid base on these things, we'll spend a lot of time on Azure as well as on AWS infrastructure, right? And on the industry demand, I have decided to include Terraform as well. Okay, which I'll give it as a bonus, which is infrastructure as a code. By using this particular code, we'll be spinning up the resources on AWS as well as on Azure, right? Okay, who this course is for? This course is for anybody. So I have already discussed about it in the past, but let me just quickly be more specific towards it. Anybody who's into IT industry, who's looking to upskill themselves to the cloud infrastructure, this course is for them. Anybody who wants to build their career, who wants to start their career in cloud into IT infrastructure, this course is very much ideal for them. Those who want to understand the cloud architecture, this course is for them. Those who want to start a career uh, into technical industry, this course is for them. And students, those who are preparing for the certifications like AWS, SysOps, as well as Azure 104, this course is for them. So what's going to be the mode of learning, team? You're going to learn everything online. That means you can learn things from the comfort of your home. The only thing which you need is your laptop, internet connectivity, and access to the labs, right? So once you have all this, you are good to get started, right? Okay, hands-on lab exercises. I'll provide you for every lab, step-by-step lab guide possibly, right? So that in case if you get stuck, you can always go back to the guide and you can learn from there. And real world case studies we will discuss during the session. Anytime you missed it out, you can always go back to the recordings and look into it. And for every single module, as I told you, we will have assessments. And while taking you across these content, I will also share some quizzes, some quick questions, so that I'll make the session really, really interactive, right? And at the end, you're going to do your project. And for each session, I'll provide you a session recordings as well. So here is the breakdown of the course structure, team. Virtualization, we're going to spend like 6 hours. 6 hours of time spent on the virtualization and evolution of the industry, basically. Networking will spend around 8 hours of time. Windows, 8 hours. Linux 8 hours. Now, these number of hours breakdown is not very rigid, but we are going to do it based upon this mostly, right? And Azure 104 will spend around 36 hours, AWS SysOps 34 hours, Terraform, which is bonus course as I told you, based upon the industry demand, I'm going to give you at least 10 hours of time spending on Terraform as well, right? And each of these courses does includes labs, scenario discussions, and working on the scenarios, and a project at the end, as I told you. Are we good? project, idea of a project which you can understand from here. This is not going to be a single project. Possibly I'll come up with multiple projects like this. So when we talk about a project, right? So there are various projects which I can give you. One of such projects which we are discussing right now over here is like we're going to build and monitor infrastructure across Azure and AWS, right? Where we'll talk about setting up the virtual machines and security configurations using NSGs and ARM services and security groups in AWS for that matter, right? And monitoring our servers, monitoring our virtual machines and instances using log analytics as well as CloudWatch, and automation of certain things on these particular resources or spinning up the new resources using Terraform. We will see it during our sessions. Team, as I told you, both AZ-104 and AWS SysOps are certification certificates, and we would be providing a certificate aligned content across these Azure as well as AWS courses, right? And for every single module, we will be doing practicing the quizzes as well as case-based scenarios we will discuss. Mock assessments will be there. Interview preparation support I will give you. I'll give you a bunch of questions and quizzes which you can expect in your interviews. What you will walk away with. Team, trust me, if you give me a commitment of 2 hours each day, okay, then I can assure you, you will walk away with a lot of confidence to crack any cloud role interviews, right? Any cloud infrastructure based interviews, you should be able to crack very easily because you'd be working with various technologies and you'd be spending a lot of time rather than just listening to me and understanding it based upon the theory, you'd be working on it practically, right? So you'd be walking away with a lot of confidence and a lot of capability to crack any cloud-based roles. If you're really interested, team, once you got the clarity of what it is, who it is for, if you fit into who it is for, and if you're interested in dedicating your time each day, 2 hours of time, either in the morning or in the evening, or if you're not able to accommodate during the session hours, pre-recorded sessions, but make sure you give your commitment of 2 hours each day. Then make sure you connect with us, book your slot to talk to me one-on-one, okay, and get started your journey to become cloud expert, right? Thank you so much for joining in us right now and making till here, so that I'm looking forward to see you all in the training upcoming session, right? See you all, team. Bye bye.